It's the Center Fantasy Football Podcast.
Welcome to the party, pal! Yes! Yes! Yes, this is my favorite part of the game.
Analyzing all of the league matchups week to week.
You can't win!
Get him a body bag! Finish him!
That is a bit above average.
I said this sucks, and basically so do you.
And discussing the boom, bust, and hidden gem players throughout the league.
We ain't found shit!
What the hell is Brett Favre doing here?
I'm in town to play the Dolphins, you dumbass.
Dan Marino should die of gonorrhea and rot in hell. Laces out.
Touchdown!
And here's your host,
Allow myself to introduce myself.
David Harbatkin.
Hello and welcome to the Center Fantasy Football Podcast for Week 13, the final week of the regular season. I'm your host, David Harbatkin, joined by the commissioner, Mr. Manny Friedman.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
And, of course, the guy whose only mission in the league is to ruin my seasons or championships or whatever else, the coach of the Hackettstown Hagglers, Mr. Gazelutsky.
Yo.
What's that hat you have on there?
I don't know. What team is that?
Oh, I seem to have their quarterback this week.
How'd that work out for you?
Their quarterback.
What was he, 1 of 9 with 2 interceptions?
I don't know. He was negative in the points. I lost points between him and my defense. I think I lost like almost 5 points between him and the defense this week. We were atrocious. I mean, I don't even know what to do anymore because we're that bad, but whatever. Let's take a gander at this. We could start with this shit show of a game that I guess just ended. I didn't even pay attention, but we had Big Ben going for 14 points today after waiting a whole week for that. So you beat me 134.28 to 71.36. This win could have clinched a thing for me, but no. Now.
Not yet, Harbacken. You got to play one more week.
I can't believe that we're still in it even. Just this is how terrible we are. But anyway, go over your win. I don't care. I mean, I can go over my half.
Go over my win. I don't give a rat's ass what happened in this game. I don't.
Well, this was a great win for the finest, so take it away.
Why don't you do it, Manny, then, since you're the only one who
why don't you take over this game? I don't give a crap about fantasy football anymore.
I was paying probably more attention to this game than my game because I was just curious to see if Tyreek Hill would outscore the 1603ers by himself. I mean, it was an atrocious performance, to say the least. It shows how desperate you are when you're starting Kendall Hinton. And he didn't fail to disappoint with negative 2.78 points. As far as the Hagglers, I mean, he was pretty good. Mahomes, I mean, I shouldn't have given him away. The guy's just a monster.
Yeah, let's go to the list of people that you gave me. How did Robinson do?
Yeah, look.
I think they did pretty good.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Kenyon Drake, is that another guy I slept to you?
Another guy you gave me. You basically gave me the win.
Thanks, Manny.
I needed you. So I needed you to win this game. So I gave these players to you for a reason.
If it wasn't for Friedman, I would have none of these players.
I mean, yeah.
Exactly. And I needed.
Let's look at the non-Friedman player scores. Well, no, that's your team. So yeah, 5 points. Right?
No, I gave you Mike Williams.
Oh, did you? Okay, yeah, that's even so. Corey Davis.
Yep.
Dalvin Cook only had.
I actually gave. Oh no, I didn't give you Corey Davis. I'm sorry. It was
0 from the tight end. So I only had like 26 points.
Yep.
If not for Manny Friedman's trades.
Well, I needed you to win this game probably just as much as me getting the win in my game. So I'm perfectly fine with the trade right now.
I'm sure Harbakin's not, or neither is Nick apparently.
No, I mean Nick. I mean already. I mean, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Of course, the conspiracy theorists in this league are already calling for your head. Nick spent the entire basketball game that I played with him on Saturday talking about how he wanted to have a vote of no confidence in you because of this trade, and I'm like, I just don't see it. Like, it was like a. Like what he like, but it all stems from, I think, him being jealous that he didn't get Mahomes, even though it's absolutely absurd, being that he had Herbert and Murray. Like he doesn't need the quarterback. Like, why are you upset that you didn't get this quarterback? You gluttonous pig. So you wanted to, like, I think, look. Would I have made the trade? No, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. But of course, Nick's shenaniganizing and Mr. I'm the only person to ever veto a trade. Nick Zaveri, and
he didn't want to give up Elliott, and which probably was a good thing.
Which the conspiracy theorists would have come back with that right back, because Elliott sucks so bad. They would have said that you kneecapped him.
Yeah, he's horrible, and he didn't want to. He wanted to give up like Cooper Kupp, and I didn't think it was equitable. But
either way, it's not an unreasonable trade. I mean, obviously, it worked out terribly. Although great, yeah. I guess, or whatever you want to call it. But there's nothing untoward about it whatsoever. But nonetheless, heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the trade at the time, I mean, the Hagglers probably won the trade and, seeing the scores. But at the time, I mean, I thought it was pretty equitable, to be honest with you. I don't think
sure. I mean, look, if you were not the commissioner, I am sure that nobody would give a fuck about it. But because you are in charge, they're all trying to get political points for you. Because nobody... See, this is the thing about center politics, is that nobody wants the jobs themselves. Because I'm dying to have somebody take over in some of these other leagues and be a commissioner, but nobody wants to do anything. Yet, they all want to take you down when you are it. So, it's welcome to center politics 101.
Well, I'm the one that has all the cash right now, so...
What, in the
fantasy football? Yeah, I mean, the winner will get the cash, obviously, but don't piss off the commissioner.
I mean, don't say things like that, because then they'll. Anyway,
thanks for the win, Gaza.
Oh yeah, you got it. No problem.
I mean,
thanking you.
I mean, not that I had any chance, but I also fucked up on Tanyan. And I guess I could have played Higgins. I didn't think with Burrow going down or whatever else. But then of course McCaffrey again. They held him out another fucking week, and he has a goddamn bye the last week of the season when I desperately need it. The man has played 3 fucking games. And look, in all 3 of those games he won for me. But this goddamn motherfucker that I spent $95 on. I think I spent, what is that, $31 point and change per game. Look at that. Look at that. Ruined my season.
Yep.
Well, I need him to be out one more game, and then
he doesn't even need to be out. He has a bye next week. That's what I'm telling you. He has a bye. The Panthers are on a bye, so he's not playing next week. How he has a bye in week 13, like how anybody has a bye in the last week of the regular season, I don't know. But of course, that's how it ended up, because fuck me. And yeah, ridiculous, absurd, whatever. Let's move on.
I'm glad you didn't have Tanyan in the game. He fucked me up earlier this year.
It didn't matter. Wouldn't it be? I lost by how much? 34. I mean, his 17 point. I lost by 34 plus another 30, so that's 60 points I lost by. I'm pretty sure his 17 wouldn't have done anything.
It's also funny how the Indy defense, the last time they played Tennessee, I think they had a pretty good performance. They had 14 points or something, and now they have -2.
Yeah, whatever. I stopped watching this game very early and start. I mean, it was in the golf league. It was the Masters week, so I had to shoot a plus 62 in that. Or I think it was plus 50. It was it was under plus 62 because Nick once shot a plus 62 this season. So I almost exceeded him, except this was the Masters, so it was 4 rounds. He shot plus 62 in 2 rounds. So even if I would have tied him, it wouldn't have been as bad as his horrific performance. But mine was pretty bad. Anyway,
At least you outscored Tyreek Hill.
that's true. I mean, we got about the same score. All right. Moving on, we can move on to your game. So this is why I guess it was important, being that you won 138.90 against Zamunda. So this is why he was bitching, because he was losing to you this week. This makes more sense, because I really did not pay attention to any of the games this week. I just didn't. So,
well, I mean, if I had Mahomes and then had Robinson take the place of Carson, I mean, I may have had like nearly 200 points, but whatever. I mean, Carr stunk up the joint with his atrocious performance versus the Falcons.
Wait a minute, 0.6 points.
0.6 points. I mean,
wow,
that's horrible performance. Just
and he's
what depth do you have at quarterback?
I mean, that's not even like hinting like. I mean, that's almost hinting like numbers.
Almost.
And that guy actually has played that position all season long. That's pretty bad.
It's true. It's pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
215 passing yards, 3 fumbles, and an interception.
Interception.
Wow.
Horrible. Yep. And I thought playing Atlanta, I thought it would be a shootout. I thought he would have a good performance with Tannehill playing the Colts, who torched him up last time they played. I was thinking it would be a good matchup, but it wasn't the case. And Tannehill actually had 21 points.
What happened this week? Murray only got 7.9 on the bench. Wow. And 18 for Herbert?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's clearly not a good quarterback week.
I mean, Eckler it was great to have him back. I mean, 23.9 points.
That's you got that guy back. Yeah.
Yep. Hunter Henry and Hayden Hurst are my 2 tight ends. They've been, roughly 9 to 10 points every week, so 13 is pretty good. Justin Jefferson has been terrific, very underrated rookie receiver. If you look at his scores, he's been very consistent for me, so been pleasantly surprised with him. The Miami defense was also very good.
In the last 3 weeks, he's been good. I mean, he went through a lull in the middle, but okay.
Yeah, but still, there's 39, there's 14.
Oh, that's great. Yeah,
he's been solid. And Miami defense, obviously against the Jets, they were very good. So, and then having also Carson back is nice. Questionable tag again. Michael Thomas. I'm just waiting for Brees to come back with. I knew he had a good week last week, but I knew with Taysom Hill he wouldn't be quite as good. But now with my running backs back, it gives me options. So I'm not, I wish I had Mahomes and Robinson, but I'm not too disappointed where the team is at. I like my receiving core. Carson.
You're not too disappointed where you're at 9th place.
I need a win and I need you to lose. So if that's the case, I like my team going into next week is what I'm saying, not my record, obviously.
Sure.
But yeah, I think
good recovery.
It's been okay. Subpar performance from the Zamunda. Kind of surprised how atrocious Elliott and Kamara were, as well as Cooper Kupp against San Francisco.
And Jonnu Smith.
Expecting that Baltimore Pittsburgh game today, but 12 points is average. Playing Herbert.
0 from Jonnu Smith, the patient 0. What happened there?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was a pleasant surprise for me.
All right. Well,
and I also dodged the bullet with Calvin Ridley. I mean, with a 43-6 win, you would expect Ridley to have more than 17. So overall, just a great week for me.
He kicked Joe Lewis's ass. All right, let's move on to the next one. What else is going on? So Whaler's got to win. I saw he was talking about stuff or something. 119.80 to 97.32. Wow, so the 4-7s just keeping themselves alive. I actually think that there's a ton of I honestly have not looked at this stuff or thought about it. But I'm imagining we'll look at it in the next segment, but I'm imagining there's a ton of scenarios in which people can make the playoffs. more than I've ever seen in going into the last week. But all right, let's see. So Brady gets 27.7. I mean, he's been completely inconsistent, right? Yeah, I mean, he's up and down and great and bad. All right, whatever. Lockett. Oh, so it was a Metcalf week, right? That's what you're saying. 5.3 there. 25.8 from A.J. Brown. Gallman with 18.1. 10.3 from Mostart. 3.8 from Reed, 13.8 from Shepard, 6 from Carlson, 9 from the New York Giants defense. For the Lightning Rods, wow, Russell Wilson, the hero, with only 16.4 points. What happened there? Devontae Parker with 19.9. I could have predicted that because I know that, what's his name? Fitzmagic was back in the game. Pittman with 4.8. Who is Pittman? Referee Pittman. Whatever. Hunt got 6.2. Edwards hilarious got 4.9. L. Thomas 13.4 or 13.42, 14.7 for James White. Wow, he's still around. Blankenship with 2 and 15 points for the Rams defense. Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch any of these games, so any commentary you want to add, go for it.
I didn't watch any of the games either. Good enough for commentary?
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. Wow, COVID IR out. Questionable. Interesting. Okay, well, whatever. He's got a whole bunch of shit going on down there. Yeah, good win for the Whalers, I guess.
Yep.
All right, moving on. This game I actually saw something about. What happened here?
Yeah, I know. This was terrible.
This ruined a lot of things.
That's inconvenient for a lot of people.
It is very.
No, this is what ruined it for a lot. Like, I think I could have just snuck in had he just won, but of course your burner team just fucks everybody over.
I should have took control back.
Clearly.
I mean, this was the game everybody was watching this week, and a lot of moaning and groaning.
I mean, and Goff only got 3 points to 17.
3 points from the quarterback, and he still won?
I know. 16 from Keenan
Oh,
Allen.
I had 0.6
0.
and I still won.
Zero from Slayton. So 26 from Chubb, and then it just falls off a cliff. 6.9, 6.3, 3.62, and 9. Wow, that is terrible.
What happened to the burner team this week?
I don't
9 and 2, and this is what they
know.
Jesus. I mean, in the Blues, it's not like they were scintillating. I mean, Hopkins gets 10.5, 17.7 from Godwin, 17.3 from Rojoke, 11.8 from, is that Carryon Johnson? Wow. Okay, 13.9 from Hawkinson, 20 points from Mike Evans. So his actual Godwin Evans combo worked, whereas
Rojoke. He basically played the entire Tampa Bay team.
Which is a shame for him, being that they're on a bye this week. So 4 points for Elliott and 5 points for Minnesota. So at least there's that the Blues.
You should trade him Antonio Brown.
I mean, unfortunately, we've passed the trade deadline. But
you could just give it to him. I mean, you could just dump him, and then the Blues might pick him up.
Yeah, but yes, everybody else will pick him up. Yeah. The Raccoons are sitting there 24/7 waiting for something to drop out. You think you can get past that? Any bench blunders here? I don't know. Oh, wow. Murray with 25.6. Doesn't matter. He won, so who gives a shit? All right, move on. Any other comment? I mean, what the fuck? You can't go into the playoffs looking like this. Excuse me. I might as well. I might have COVID.
I love how Gronky Kong said that he was hoping that Fulgham would come up with more than one reception for 8 yards. So he came up with 2 receptions for 16 yards.
There you go. Wow. There you go.
I think it's time to drop that guy. Carson Wentz is once upon a time. I mean, he's terrible.
Yeah, you don't want anything in
Philadelphia.
Oof, it's a train wreck. All right. This game, Dr. Hockey kept texting me, really pissed all week, and Nick and Jamie texted me saying, "What did they?" It was funny. It was Nick texted me. you're welcome, or something to the effect of you're welcome for keeping you alive this season with this win. Hockey was furious that he gets 144, and Nick and Jamie. I mean, he just kept texting me Tyreek Hill score. He's like, he's got 40, and it's the first quarter. He ends up with 57.9 points. I mean, not only that, well, he started texting me on Thursday when Deshaun Watson got 41.12 points. So those two players, I mean, not only outperformed my team, Zamunda's team. I mean, is that over 100? That's over 100, right? Or no? That's just under 100.
Nick and Jamie took a billy club to Dr. Hockey.
I know. 10 points from I don't even know who this guy is. Harris got 4.7. Adrian Peterson with 17.5. Hooper with 9.3. Gallup with 10.10. I mean, but who cares? It's all these two players, Hill and Watson, were I mean, damn. For hockey, he did pretty well. He got the second highest score in the league this week. 15.8 from Bridgewater. What was going on with Lamar? He had COVID. Okay. Diggs with only 10.9. I guess Jefferson got more. Oh no, what am I saying? It's on Buffalo. I don't even know. Whatever. Curtis Samuel, 12.7. Still gets double digits. By the way, look at all of these double digits he gets, except for that one. Yeah, no, that was the week that I played him and needed him to play well. So this wouldn't even be a factor, but of course not. Derrick Henry with 38.5 points, 25 from, look at that, Montgomery. 13.2 from Burton, only 2.5 from the other Higgins, 12 from Myers, and 14 from New Orleans defense. Yeah, wow. I mean, Nick and Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to hand it to them, 2-9, and they're still fighting. I respect that. You earned that $5.
Yeah, thank God I don't have to play them again.
Yes, your nemesis. Don't worry. Who do they play? Oh, they play the Blues this week. Maybe they'll find another way to fuck you over with this. All right. So
by losing?
Yeah.
So if the Blues, we got to go to the playoffs now. If Blues wins, he's in.
I don't know. We'll figure it out after the break. But all right, we got to go to the last game, of course. The most important game, because he keeps texting me and text the group. Where were you guys? No podcast for last week's. Yeah, like last week was Thanksgiving, and the week before that, we said that I wasn't going to be on. So the Crush. So he's in first. Wow, but I think he's gonna move like really in first after this, right? 143.64 to 127.08. Continuing to make us look like fools. Although Will Fuller and DJ Moore, you more than satisfied, and Josh Jacobs and Mike Davis is going away. So, I mean, like, he still has Miles Sanders. Don't worry about that. 6.2. So we shall see. Now, 21 of these points were on his kicker. The Young Ho got 21. 35 from Fuller. I mean, I feel like that's going to be an absence from the lineup. McLaurin gets 16.2, and Kelsey with 16.2.
Let's look at a glaring bench blunder. Let's scroll down a little bit.
Okay.
Mel Gibson is in the bench.
Oh, yeah, 36.6. Look at that. Don't worry, he'll be in there because he has to play him, being that he's not going to have many players left.
Has Miles Sanders had more than 20 points all season?
Don't worry.
He had that. So he had 20 in that one, and he had 23 one other. So yeah, it's not exactly averaging 20, except he averaged 20 in week 2.
I wouldn't worry about it because with Mel Gibson, he's putting a lethal weapon into the lineup. And you can rent that at Blockbuster Video, by the way. The weapon. I know. Shame on me. I'm 2-9.
No,
I mean, whatever. Who cares? So he's gonna get the. I mean, it's clear he's obviously gonna get the bye. So he has 2 weeks to recover and build up his arsenal and whatever he needs to do for the next 2 weeks while everybody's.
I'm sure he'll be more than satisfied with Fuller's suspension.
Yeah, and with more. I mean, so did he actually rupture his Achilles, or what was the deal with that? Any word?
X-rays were negative, so no break or tear before being carried off the field. There's a slight chance of him returning after the Week 13 bye, but it doesn't matter because he's not even going to – Eugene isn't even going to play until Week 15. So whatever. He could just do whatever he's going to do. He can focus on basketball. Yeah, for Trey. So what does he have? So he's in the mix too. 32 points for Cousins, 18 from Devontae Adams, 6.1 from Crowder, 7 from Gus Edwards, Frank Snore with 11.6, 16 from Gronkowski, 13.5 from Cooks, 8 from Lutz, and 14 from the Pittsburgh defense. I guess Julio Jones injured again. I mean, what's going on there? Landry with 28.3 points. Wow, look at that. And that could have made a difference had he played him for Crowder. Look, Tillett, bench blunder there. Sorry. I mean, not that I can't say that I wouldn't have made that move because I didn't pay any attention and my team sucks ass, but I guess he could have won, sir. But then again, so could he have with Gibson, with his lethal weapon. All right.
Well, next week is a showdown with Tillett Trey. Might be for the last playoff spot.
With who?
I'm playing Tillett.
Oh, wow. That'll be interesting. Yeah, so we'll go over all of that. I guess after the break. So let's take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back. Hope you really enjoyed that break. So we have a bunch of playoff scenarios to go over. Before I do that, there's some other center news that we should get to that I know neither of you give a shit about. First of all, there's basketball. The basketball playoffs have started. The one series is 1-1 right now between the Vultures and the Dream Team, my team being the Vultures, and then Whalers and – which I guess he's playing as the Detroit Bad Boys are playing the Memphis Monkeys in the other playoff game. Eugene got the bye in that as well. So that's really disturbing, as did Nick and the Washington Settlements. So we're gearing into that season, and that also means that the Madden Football League is a mere weeks away. So if you're interested, I mean, I know the people that are already in these leagues or who are going to return and whatever. But any of the rest of you that listen to the show that are interested, get back to me. I've talked to some of you, but those that I haven't, get in touch if you are interested in playing that league. Yeah, so now that business is out of the way, let's move on to next week's games or whatever. All right. So I guess we can't even do the transactions because of this. I don't even know what's going on with this week. So fuck the transactions. I don't even know who's available. I don't think anybody's available. Who gives a shit? And then yeah, so
we didn't even update the standings yet.
Yeah, but all right. So I'm assuming that the asterisk means that they clinched the playoff spot. Are they the only two teams that clinched the playoff spot? I mean, they're far and away. I mean, they had to have because they're far and away better than everybody else. Does Zamunda? Is there any way? Can anybody catch Zamunda? So Zamunda, like, can they not make the playoffs? So they lost. They're going to be 7-5, right? And the Lightning Rods, they lost, so they're going to be 7-5. The Blues won, so they're going to be 7-5.
Mm-hmm.
I lost, so I'm going to be 6-6. Wakanda lost, so they're going to be 5-7. Tillett lost, so they're going to be 5-7. You won, so you're 5-7. Whalers won, so he's going to be 5-7. And then Nick and Jamie and the Hagglers are out. So everybody's 5-7.
Wow.
So So I will remain in 6th place right now. Is that what we're saying right now?
You are 6-6, but you have a way lower point total.
Oh
so-
yeah, no, I have to. I actually, but also I'm playing Wakanda. So if so I have to win because if I lose to Wakanda, he will be
But he can still be leapfrogged by Manny.
and other teams too. But I'm just saying, like he would have the same record as me, right?
So if Harbacken wins, he's in. Everybody else is out.
No, Wakanda's 5-7, right? So I needed him to lose last week, which he did.
He's 5-7, but I can. So I'll be 6-6, right? But if I lose, then I'll be 6-7.
Right, you win, you're in.
Oh, wait,
You lose,
Harbacken.
you're out.
What?
That's not true. It's not winning, you're in, because if Manny wins, he's in.
Is he?
Well, I mean, unless you
No. If I win, because I'll be 7-6.
Yeah, so you have.
Yeah,
I can't
winning,
get
you're
to
in.
7-6.
Right. So if I win, I'm in.
Yeah.
If I lose, I'm out. Like this is just a playoff game.
And the Blues already with that win, they're in.
It's 7
Because they can only be 7-6.
So they're in no matter what.
6-7 squeak in.
Yeah, so the Blues clinched a wow. Yeah, so the clinch. So everybody's just gunning for me. So everybody's watching my game. I should pay attention. I need to. Who the fuck is available? I gotta start reading. I thought, wow, okay.
So basically, if you lose but I win, I'm pretty much in because I have a higher point total than pretty much anyone. And the fact that you're playing
Oh,
with.
it depends. What's your point total versus Dr. Hockey, though? Because
Yeah, that's
he
true.
plays Dave.
Yeah, yeah, it has nothing to do with me. If
Ah.
I lose, I'm out. Like, there's no chance that I'm 6-6. He's fine, but he would win, and then he would be 6-7 as well, right?
Right.
In which case, his point total is already. I mean, yes. First of all, his point total is already more than mine, and if he wins, he would obviously. I'm not going to leapfrog him in points when losing to him, so I'm out. If I lose, I'm out.
Right. But Wakanda has 13.
Yeah, so if Dave loses, it's a 4-team logjam to get that last spot.
Right. So then if I lose, then it opens it up to everybody. First of all, can I just say that even though this has been the shittiest season that I've ever had in my life, it has just been a complete crap show. I have to say that I think that I have had, even if I don't make the playoffs, this is I've at least stood in the winds of the championship curse and said, please, but I've done better than any other championship team in defending their title. Now, I am horrid. I can't believe
you have the lowest point total out of anyone.
Oh yeah, I'm awful.
Even the Hagglers have more points than you.
I know. I can't believe that I'm in a position that I am in, but somehow I am. And mind you, by the way, I made like one or two blunders like that cost me games. Like there were 3 games that I lost that I know that I absolutely fucked it up. So the fact that I am in this is just an absolute miracle. If I can pull this off, this is an absolute miracle. And then you add to that I might actually, if I could win this game, I suddenly get McCaffrey back. I suddenly get I don't care. That's all I need. I get McCaffrey back. I'll have McCaffrey. I'll have Aaron Jones. I don't even know who's on my team anymore, but I think the rest of them are okay. Whatever. I actually could have a chance. I mean, who knows? I mean, this is such a shit show. Yeah. Okay, so.
Do you think it's safe to say that if you lose and I win, I'm in? Or is Wakanda close enough in the point race where he can catch me?
How many points do you have? So you have 13-18. He has 13-18. So
the points for this week weren't calculated in. So he had 144 and I had 130 something.
All right, let's do some math. This is important. Though would have been nice had the league not waited a week to play this game. So okay. So Wakanda had does somebody have a piece of paper or something? 13-18.54. Geez, do you have paper or something? What?
This is electronic age. I have no paper.
Nobody has paper. So he got 144.98. So his total after this week should be 1463.52. Anybody want to jot this down?
Whatever.
14.
I'll put it on my
63.52.
Wait, what was the point total again?
1463.52.
All right, that's for Wakanda.
Okay. So now your point total. So you had going into this week was 1384.08 plus, what did you score? 138.9. So your total is 1522.98.
All right. So if you do
So what was his score again?
1463.53.
For a difference of 59.45 points. That's what you lead
The
him by.
problem, you need Dr. Hockey to win no matter what. Because if Dave wins, he's in.
Right.
So yes, so you need Dr. Hockey to beat me in an absolutely low-scoring game.
Right. Yeah, a low-scoring snoozer.
Although actually you don't though, because
59.45 is a pretty significant margin.
yes. So you need. So hockey is essentially both playing me and you because he needs 60. He needs 60 more points than you.
Right.
So you're rooting for hockey, but not too much.
I need him to beat you by 89 to 87.
But hockey isn't the only one that's in the running. So you need to look at the other three teams and get out the calculator and see how you stack up.
Well, I'm playing Tillett, so he's it's a win or go home for either of us.
Yeah, but if
you got Whalers is the last component.
Yeah, but so if Tillett wins, what happens if Tillett wins?
Then Manny's out.
No, I know that Manny's out. This is not the Manny Friedman podcast. There are other players that are interested in what their situations are. I'm saying, can Tillett make it in? So he needs to catch up to hockey in terms of points. Do I have to do this math too? It's 12.6 or 1268.5. I mean, so hockey already beat him in terms of points this week, although they were close. I mean, so 1318.54. Oh, God, this is annoying. So, wait. All right, write down another one. 1268.42 plus 127.08 equals 1395.5. Okay, write that down.
Okay.
Okay, so now that's Tillett's total, right? So you have that written down?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Actually, I don't even need you to. So we're gonna go to hockey. So what was hockey's total?
No, you gave me Tillett's.
I did, but I'm saying the old one.
Hockey's total was 1463.53
minus Tillett's total
1395.5
for a total of 68.03 points, which means that Tillett trails hockey by 68.03 points. So Tillett needs a hockey win, but still needs to beat you and beat hockey's score by 68.03. So right. Tillett has a very uphill climb, but let's look at Whalers. Does Whalers have any shot in this? Okay, so let's see. 1297.60 plus, what did you get this week? I mean, this is why everybody tunes in for the scintillating math. 119.8 equals 1417.4. So that's Whalers score. Write that down.
1417.4. Okay.
Okay. So which is going to be, that's more than Tillett's, right? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, Tillett got 1395.5.
Okay, so he's okay. So what does Whalers need now? He needs you to lose. So Whalers needs me to lose.
Yep.
Hockey to win, you to lose, Tillett to win. And he needs
He needs Manny to lose.
No, he needs Tilla to win
Everybody
and Hockey
needs-
to win.
Everybody needs Dr. Hockey to win, first of all.
right. Yeah, everybody in order for any of these scenarios to come through, except for me, everybody needs Dr. Hockey to win and me to
This
lose.
might be the most exciting weekend of football I've ever seen. So everybody needs hockey.
Lynn, you're going to take so much excitement out of this week. Can you not do that, please?
Look, my team is atrocious, so you have a good chance. You have a very good chance of me not winning. That's the sad thing.
Wait, can I mess up any of you motherfuckers? Who do I play?
I don't know. We're gonna see. We'll look into that in a second. Let's just look at the scenarios and then we'll see what happens. So, okay, so Whalers. I'm sure you can fuck up something for somebody. So Whalers. So now his total is 4. So what did I say is 1417.4?
1417.4, yeah.
Okay. So, and what did we say that hockey's was? Let me clear.
Hockey's was 1463.53.
Sorry. What is it? 14.
63.53.
0.53 minus. I don't recall. So only a 46.13 difference between hockey and Whalers. So Whalers needs to beat hockey's score by 46.14 points.
Which is doable.
That's doable. I mean, 40 points. 47 points.
It's doable, but then he also has to hope that Tillett beats me.
Yes. Yes. So yes.
With a small and Tillett can't beat me by like 90 points.
Yeah.
Because Tillett has 13.95. So he's not that far away from the Whalers.
Right. So he needs
right?
but Whalers, because there's only I'm doing it, so it's only a 30-ish point difference like going into this week, but I mean you have the numbers there of what the difference between those two are. Did you write down?
Yeah, Tillett is I think it's
what's Tillett's total?
Tillett is 1395.5.
And what is Whalers total?
1417.4.
Wait, we got to do that in reverse. 1417.4.
Yep, minus 1395.5.
1395.5.
Mm-hmm.
So 21.9 points, which is nothing between the two of them. So Whalers needs to beat Tillett, so Tillett needs to. If Tillett beats you and beats Whalers' score by 21 points, then hockey's thing, then he's in.
And hockey wins, yeah. No, but then Tillett needs to outscore hockey.
He needs to outscore hockey.
Right.
So in order for Whalers to get in, Whalers needs hockey to win, Tillett to win, and he needs to beat Tillett's score by, or he just needs to.
Well, he needs to beat Tillett and Wakanda's score because Wakanda's is higher.
Right.
So he needs to
hockey,
basically.
Not only does not hockey not win and get in, he could be leapfrogged by 3 other teams if you win.
Like hockey can't just. It's not enough for hockey to win. He needs to win.
The pressure on Dr. Hockey right now is ridiculous. Everybody needs him to win, period.
Yeah, the entire league is watching his game and is just rooting for that man like nobody's.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think those are the scenarios. Yeah, I mean those
are some crazy scenarios.
And then okay, so that's just to get in, which means that most likely. Well, so if I lose, then that means that a 6-7 team is definitely getting in.
Oh yeah.
So see your math, the math that we always talk about, the 7th loss is not necessarily, whatever. Okay. So then.
Oh, thank God that your score is so pathetic. Your total point. I mean, if you were even slightly higher, just a little bit, even like right where Tillett was and scored like 60 points more, it probably wouldn't have made these scenarios so interesting.
Yeah, no, my score is atrocious. I get leapfrogged by anybody, but I still have the edge in wins by that much, which makes it fascinating. Now, and we said, so nobody can catch the Blues. So the Blues have clinched. The Lightning Rods have clinched. So everybody is clinched. So, is there any other battles that are happening here? So
Now, if Gronky Kong lost that game and the Blues were also 6-6, then it would add some different flavor to it. But
then there would be a
Burnley
ton of
couldn't come through.
because it had Gronk because then Gronky Kong. So wait, has Dave Secret Crush clinched first place? 'Cause he's going to be 10-2.
Well, unless he lose. Well, no, Gronky Kong is going to be 9-3. Secret Crush
9-3. He'll be 10-2. So he can match him in if Gronky Kong were to win this week and Dave Secret Crush was to lose, they could tie in record. But I mean, he's already got a 30-point lead plus.
Yeah.
I mean, he scored 143 and
Yeah, he scored 60 more points.
I mean,
so Gronky Kong is going to have to score him by like 100 points.
yeah, I mean,
No.
basically, Eugene has first place wrapped up.
But is there any way Zamunda can get a bye? That's probably the better question.
He lost this week though too, so he's going to be 7-5.
Oh yeah, and the Lightning Rods lost as well.
So he's going to be 7-5.
So Gronky Kong
And
pretty
the
much
Blues won, so he's going to be 7-5. So these three teams are all 75. So basically, Gronky Kong and Dave Secret Crush aren't playing for shit. Those two have gotten the bye. Eugene definitely has clinched, unless he like sits his team.
Yep.
He will have clinched first place. Gronky Kong is in second place. There's nobody can catch him.
Yep.
Okay, so that's already solved. we know the 2-bye teams. So then you get down to the scenario of who's where. Now between 3 and 5, they all have the same record.
Yeah,
So
they're all 7-5.
they're all 7-5. And Nick, by the way, has 1,500 points. And these two have 1,285 and 1,291. I've never seen like a bigger disparity in points. Nick has more points than everybody in this league by like a factor of 200. Like, it's unbelievable to me.
Yep, he has a lot of points.
I mean, it certainly is the Electoral College.
The fact that I have the fourth most points in the league and I'm in 9th place. I mean,
yeah, I mean, points didn't mean shit this year. This was not a popular vote year. This was an Electoral College year. Okay, so I guess because it's gonna matter who's in third, because then the third place team will end up playing whoever gets that 6th spot, and 4 and 5 will play each other. So, well, let's look at the scenario. All right, so what are the games? What are the matchups for next week? So Wakanda plays me in the game that everybody's watching. The Hagglers are playing.
You're projected to win. Wakanda, get your act together.
I don't think either of us have edited shit at this point.
Okay.
So, but we'll look at it. So you play Dave Secret Crush. So I'm sorry, Geese. I mean, you could technically try to help the burner team out, but I mean, really, your game is very, very meaningless. It's the first place. It's the first place team versus the last place team. I mean, but you're still fighting for. I mean, because both you and Nick and Jamie are 3-10 or 3-9, so you're fighting to not be in last place. You don't want,
a spot I finished in many times before.
I know. Whatever. So obviously the Finest is playing Tilla team. We've gone over scenarios of that. The Lightning Rods are playing Zamunda. So wow. So the winner of that game.
Wow. That's a battle for third place, pretty much.
Yeah, we'll get third place. Rocky Kong is playing the Whalers. Oof. So the Whalers. So not only does the Whalers need to outscore 4 other teams to leapfrog them, they have to be the second place team to do it. However, the second place team, they have nothing to play for. They are the second place team. That's it. Like, they can go on vacation for the next 2 weeks. And then Nick and Jamie plays the Blues to, I guess, make him be in 5th, though he could he drop to 6th if I were to win? Because he would be 7, because he's 7-5. 7. No, he can't. Nobody could, because I can't leapfrog anybody in points. I'm not even close to anybody. If I'm like I can barely catch keys in points. So no. So Nick and Jamie's game against the Blues is also meaningless.
If Zamunda wins, he clinches third. But if the Lightning Rods lose and the Blues win, the Blues would get fourth.
Yes. Well, I'm sorry. Say that again.
So Zamunda clinches third with a win.
With a win, yeah.
The Lightning Rods beats Zamunda.
Uh-huh.
The Lightning Rods would be third. Zamunda would be fourth. And
No, not necessarily. The Blues could actually make it to third place. Because they all have the same record. And the Blues actually,
right, that's true.
I mean, what did I don't want to do the math on something so shitty as this, but 97, the Blues actually outscored them by 6 points, and it was only a differential of.
So Zamunda could theoretically end up in fifth.
Yes. So, yeah, wait, so 5. So that's, they're almost, I'm actually just curious about this. So right now, all right, get out your thing. Just because I'm interested. So 1285.7 plus 97.32 equals 1383.02. Okay, that's the lightning. That's the Lightning Rods total. Now the Blues total is 1291.52 plus 103.22 equals 1394.74.
Okay, it's a difference of about 11 points.
It's 11 points.
Yep.
Yeah. So, which is nothing. So Frank, but Zamunda, if they lose, they're not dropping any lower than fifth. No, I'm sorry, because they would actually have a worse record. They could drop all the way down. No, yeah, they would drop to fifth.
Right, they would be 7-6.
And the Blues could get fourth. Not that matters that much. Home field or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter too much.
I mean, I think
because all three of those teams have clinched a playoff spot.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's look at these games. We know which game we'll go to last. So we'll start actually with the team that always wants to have the most attention. But I'm sorry, this week it doesn't matter, Eugene. It doesn't matter what you do. This game doesn't matter at all. But go for it. I mean, you're actually favored 125.85 to 102.82.
Is this where Blockbuster Video starts closing its stores?
I mean, it doesn't matter. He has clinched first place. He can go on vacation
He doesn't have a team to field.
He has a team. Well, I mean, Fuller's obviously not going to be in there. Mike Davis is not going to be in there, but the rest of them are. He'll sub in.
Mike Tyson's punch out. He's going to go in there as Mike Tyson, but come into the playoff as Soda Popinski with no roster.
I mean, yeah.
Finish the season as Mike Tyson, but Don Flamingo comes out in round one and gets knocked out with a glass jaw.
Yeah, but he has 2 weeks to sift through the garbage can to find players. But yes, this week really does not matter for him. And then for you, I mean, you're a 68% favorite. And that's without a kicker, by the way. Your kicker's off this week.
Oh, what happened to the guy?
He's on a bye. So, I mean, whatever.
Whatevs.
I mean, if he does terrible enough, there is theoretically a chance that the burner team could get first, but I don't know, whatever. So I'll pick you to win. Why not? Why not?
We'll pick you to win.
Yeah. I'm sure he could demand an apology
It's
letter.
nice that I can actually root for my players that I used to have and not have it have any
Has no
impact.
impact on anything. All right, so
Yeah.
all right, so what is the other? All right, so we said this game doesn't mean anything either, really. Nick and Jamie versus the Blues, because I mean it means something, but wow, see the close projection 108 to 106. I don't care. Anybody care about anything about this game?
No, whatever.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Okay. Then we get to Whalers versus all right, we'll do Lightning Rods versus Zamunda because this is going to determine third place. Winner gets third. Is that right though? Why is it 7-4? Did this update already? Because their game, I don't know, whatever.
No, they're both 7-5.
Yeah, because they both lost. Right, you're right. Okay, so they're both 7-5. Okay. So this means something. So Russell Wilson, the hero, going versus the Giants. Kyler Murray versus the Rams. I'm gonna give the edge to Wilson there, I would think. Devontae Parker versus Cincinnati. Deontay Johnson versus Washington. And Pittman, I don't even know who that is, versus Cup. I mean, Kamara's sucked and Elliott sucks going against Baltimore. Hunt and Hilaire. I mean, Hilaire, he's not been good. I mean, wow, these teams are. I don't know. Who wins this? Help me out.
I mean, both of these teams. I would like to play either of these teams in the playoffs.
I know. I mean, like Nick is hobbled at the running back position. I mean,
Kamara has really fallen off.
As is Elliott. Like, and I don't know who Pittman is other than the referee Pittman. And Hilaire, like, I've never seen a season like this. This is fascinating.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably go with Zamunda slightly.
Do you?
Yeah, I think Kyler Murray is going to have a bounce back game. Deontay Johnson will probably be pretty good. That Rams Cardinals game might be a shootout. Yeah, I mean, I think he has more firepower.
Sure, let's go with that. All right, Zamunda.
Yeah.
Geese, your pick?
Yeah, he's my pick. I mean, Russell Wilson might, they might balance each other out. Devontae Parker might have a big game. I mean, it's close, but I slightly go with Zamunda.
Okay, Geese.
I'll go with Zamunda.
Yeah, why not? We'll go with Zamunda. Okay, so there's that.
Although I'd probably prefer the Lightning Rods to win and get third place because if I sneak into that sixth spot, I think they would be easier opponent.
Sure.
So.
Whatever. I'm not focused on this game. I don't care. I just need to win.
You'll worry about that when the time comes.
Yeah, exactly. So does that leave us with your game and then mine? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So your game. I can't believe that a 4-7 team is on the precipice of the playoffs. Did we do the Whalers game?
You guys are all like the NFC East.
I know. This is completely like the NFC East. Did we do the Whalers game?
Not yet.
I don't think we did. Let's go to him before we go to yours. Okay. So 75% favorite for Gronky Kong. So Brady's on a bye. So he doesn't even have a quarterback. But he's got Matt Ryan going against New Orleans. So obviously he's going to play him.
Mm-hmm.
Kittle's still on IR. Connor has COVID. Chark is injured. I mean, is Ertz coming back? I mean, but it will be a Lockett. He's due for a Lockett game. And A.J. Brown is good. Gallman has been good. Mostert
is a must start.
Yeah, I mean, Slayton was horrible. I mean, but Thielen has come. Why didn't he play? Or did he play Thielen? What happened? Was he injured? What am I missing here?
I think he was.
Did he not play Thielen last week? Or he got 0 points?
Yeah, I think he was hurt.
No. Oh, he's on reserve COVID list.
Oh, COVID-19.
Okay. Okay, so he'll play him there. He's got Aguilar. And look at this. Gronky Kong picked up Snell, the replacement for Connor. Oh, an extra fuck you. um, um, but Bernard was pretty terrible in relief. I mean, Waller should do okay against the Jets. I mean, Fulgham has got to go.
Great lately. Look at Waller's scores. He hasn't been that good.
No. Well, 6.3, 21, 6,
Very
13,
on and
7.
off.
So he's due for a 21 like point game. I don't know. Obviously, I think that Gronky Kong should win this, but I'm gonna pick the Whalers just because I think it's gonna be fascinating. I think you're all gonna win, and then somehow I'm gonna have a miracle pulled out at the end. So let's see. I mean, but the smart money is on Gronky Kong to win this game.
Yeah, I go Gronky Kong slightly.
Slightly. He's 75% favorite. But okay.
Yeah, I mean, he'll put the quarterback in. I think Gronky Kong has some tough matchups this week.
Well, and in addition to that, I mean, he's actually, I mean, considering he doesn't even have a quarterback in, and let's see. So
not Waller.
21 points. You add 21 points. I mean,
has been terrible. Chubb against Tennessee. I mean, that's okay.
And Lockett and Brown have, you know what? I'm actually going to pick the Whalers. I mean, yeah, I'm going to pick the Whalers.
Defense. Josh Allen hasn't been as good lately.
And he's going against San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the Whalers.
A win to get into the mix.
I know.
It's close. I probably slightly still lean Gronky Kong.
Yeah, but that would ruin all the excitement.
No, I got enough problems to worry about.
I'm picking Whalers. Geese?
I'm picking Whalers too. I want to see the excitement.
Yeah, exactly.
Snap into it. Snap into a swim.
Snap into it. All right, so now we're going to go into you. So the Finest versus Tillotray. Whoever wins this game, whoever loses is absolutely eliminated.
Yep.
Oh, yep.
Okay. I'm imagining you're not going with. So you're right now. You're a favorite. You're a 68% favorite to a 32% favorite. Now, granted, he doesn't have an RB2, and even if he did, he sucks. Gronk is on a bye, so he doesn't have a tight end. He's in for all right. So does he have a backup tight end here? Yeah. So he's got Font
without a quarterback, though.
Yeah, but they might have a quarterback by next week.
Yeah, they might come back.
I mean, what is the status on Julio Jones? Is he coming back? What's going on there?
Shit.
Practiced on a limited basis on Wednesday. So he has a chance to play.
Yeah.
A return to full practice by Friday would put Jones on track to play. I mean, look, that's going to be a huge difference because if he has Devontae Adams and Julio Jones, I think that, he has a legit shot to win this game. Now, granted, Julio Jones would be going against Michael Thomas in the game versus each other. His running backs are still terrible. And you got Eckler back, and you got Carson back, and Jefferson's still there. And you'll replace the kicker. You should win this game.
Yeah, who's Tannehill playing?
Tannehill is playing Cleveland.
Oof, it's tough. Either Tannehill against Cleveland or Carr against the Jets. Oh my God.
You want to put your season in the hands of Carr?
I know.
After last week,
Hines also has been pretty good lately.
Who?
Nyheim Hines, my $95 man. I don't know. Playing Houston.
And Houston is. What is Houston going to look like after Fuller goes down?
Yeah, it's true.
The replacement. The replacements that are there are just not going to be the same.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm sure Gies is going to bid $500 on each of them just to fuck over anybody. You're not touching the replacement for Fuller. He's going to spend every last dime to make sure that nobody gets
130. You better spend 132.
I wish Geza was playing Harbadkin this week. Well, I like my matchups this week. Metcalf against the Giants, Carson against the Giants. I'll probably put I don't know, Hurston. Well, Falcons are playing the Saints, so I don't like my tight end matchup that well. But Eckler is good. Jefferson against Jacksonville.
Eckler though is playing New England, and they're
pretty good against the run. It's true,
and they just make games. Nobody scores anything. Like it's just like what happened. Like,
yeah,
quicksand over there.
You
still should win. He has a look. If Julio Jones
and Julio go nuts,
yeah, then he has a shot. And look, and Cousins being in there for him is going to take some points away from Jefferson. So his problem remains at the running back position.
Mm-hmm.
And does he have anybody to replace? No. Ingram, he's got go or Edwards. I don't think that they're. He's gonna have to find some shit running back.
We also have good defense matchups with a lot of potential there. Pittsburgh against Washington, Miami against Cincinnati. So that could play a factor.
Yeah, I can.
We'll see. Should be interesting.
Yeah, but loser is out. Winner somehow of this game could be in.
I think I'm the second favorite to make it after you, right? Because if you lose, then I think I'm first in line because of my point total.
If you were to win.
Yeah.
So hockey could make a case for himself. So I don't know. We'll see. What's going on with hockey now? So is that it for that game? Okay, so we've done all the games. All right, now the one game that everybody's paying attention to, except for the one player that's in it. This is my first time looking at this. So what do we got going on here?
But if hockey wins, he'll also be 6-7.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it comes down to points. But his points will have beaten my points. Like there's no question because he's already had me in points, and if he wins the game, then clearly he retains more points than me. So
right.
I'm eliminated with a loss. And for me, the scenario is simple. This is a playoff game for me. Winning, you're in. Losing, you're out. So playoffs start this week for me.
Mm-hmm.
For Wakanda, he needs to win. The easiest scenario for Wakanda is a win for him and a loss for you. And I think that is the most likely scenario for him to get in. Now, a win for him and a win for you could get him in, but then he needs points. So he really needs to – he's in a battle for points.
Mm-hmm.
So now his point – so the projection right now is somehow he's 72% favored, but that's without him having a quarterback. Now, the projection right now is atrocious. It's 105.74 to 81.88. Now, mind you, my projection, I believe, if I'm looking at this correctly, is with all the players in there. So okay. So now Bridgewater's out, so he's going to have to find himself a quarterback. Although, is Lamar going to come back? Is that who's going to beat me? Is my old quarterback from last year?
He might be back. It's a Tuesday game.
Of course. Has a chance to come off the reserve COVID list in time to play Week's 13 game.
Yeah. Come on, Lamar Jackson.
So it's going to be a Tuesday game?
Uh-huh.
Which means that everybody's going to be watching this season. This season goes down to Tuesday. Because he might need that Lamar points on Tuesday. Yeah. Just keep the entertainment going. So Diggs plays on Monday night against Beasley. So we both have the same receiver. So he has the better receiver against me in the same game. Has Beasley ever gotten better? He got better than him. 27. What did Diggs get? Yeah, but oh God. So this is terrible. So he has the advantage at wide receiver, being that they're the wide receivers on the same. I just gotta hope that Beasley were to get the same touchdown. Higgins at Miami. I mean, surprisingly, Higgins.
He's been pretty good.
Yeah,
Without Burrow, he's been.
Yeah, the interesting. I know, and the interesting thing is he has Boyd. So we're both going to be playing the receivers from the same games, and he has the better ones. This is fine, mind you. Although 4.5 from Boyd. So okay. But theoretically, we could be in a scenario where we're both playing Buffalo wide receivers. We're both playing Cleveland wide receivers. Now you move to Derrick Henry against Cleveland. Now Henry has been trending up in the last. I mean, he's had some clunkers. The 6.1, I mean, those are not clunkers. I mean, 6.8 is, but I mean, he's clearly been trending upward, so he's going to do well. Aaron Jones has been not as good lately. You need to get your shit together. Okay. McKissicking my season goodbye. I mean, I mean, he had a couple of good games in there, and then he's shit the bed. I mean, for him, it's really so he caught two
Gibson
of two
is trending up.
Yeah, but I mean, the interesting thing about Washington is the reason why Gibson is trending up is because if they can actually have a run game, then Gibson is good. If they're trailing, then they throw to McKissick to catch up. But they're playing Pittsburgh, so they should be catching up. Well, yeah. Right. So hopefully,
and on Thanksgiving they play Dallas, who have a pathetic defense.
Right, which is why they could run it. Right. You know, and I think the week before they played Cincinnati. I don't remember that game, but whatever.
It's boring.
But either way, you know, if they're trailing, then they might actually pass it to McKissick, and he might get some. I don't know. Going against Montgomery, so he had 25.
Yeah, but he got most of his points in garbage time.
I mean, they still count. But then there was also 0, 5.2, 12. I mean, so, you know.
They're a terrible offense. I think with Trubisky playing, I think it helps him slightly. But it's still an atrocious offense.
Yeah, but they're playing Detroit, who's also atrocious.
True.
Now, Goddard, I mean, I don't know what the status of Zach Ertz is, but he had a good game last week.
Mm-hmm. It was against the Seattle.
Yeah, but he had a good game against Cleveland too when he's playing Green Bay this week.
That Philly offense is just so bad, and playing against a better defense, I don't know.
I mean, whatever.
I mean, I'm hoping he wets the bed.
I mean, I don't know. And then Tanyan on the other half of that. So both tight ends in the same game because we're going with the jumbo package because we're that bad. But, 15 and 7. Okay. I mean, he's going to change out Higgins. I mean, can he go with Golladay? I mean, who does he got? I mean, Dez Bryant. He's not going to go. Is Dez Bryant? I mean, I don't know. He's got. I mean,
Golladay playing?
He's been injured, but let's see. So he can't go with Dez Bryant. He got 6 point. No, Dez Bryant isn't doing shit. So Golladay, hip remains sidelined at Wednesday's practice. So Golladay was an early run out in week 12 and looks likely to miss his 5th straight game. So probably not. What has Wilkins done? Nothing. So, and Taylor's not available.
Wakanda, get your act together. Not looking good.
So,
probably Lamar.
So he needs to put in 2. So he's going to obviously put in. I think he's going to have to put in Boyd for Samuel to fill in that role, and then maybe just go with Higgins and let it roll. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So the Indianapolis defense has been pretty good. So have they played Houston yet? I mean, frankly, with Houston I'm going to keep them. Even though they got -2, I mean, Houston, they're going to be out of sync now that they don't have their players.
No Fuller.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good defense. I mean, they played terribly against Tennessee last week.
Yeah, but other than that, they've been pretty good all season long. He has the New Orleans defense right now, which is that what the fuck? 16-14. What? What?
Oh, look at the matchups. They played shitty teams. Denver.
Yeah, that doesn't really count. Atlanta, but
San Francisco when everyone was hurt, though.
Oh yeah,
No,
Tampa Bay.
no. Yeah.
Well, all right, whatever. Yeah, I guess before that. Ooh. All right, but we'll see. Okay, so then the kicker has been okay. I mean, I know my kicker has been
lighting it up.
14. Okay. I mean,
not like Eugene's kickers, but it's not bad.
And I don't have shit on my bench either, and there's nowhere I can go. And
you can.
I think that what?
You put Hinton.
No.
You didn't even drop the guy.
I can't yet because we're still technically on last week.
Right.
Trust me, he will be dropped.
I'm not planning on picking him up. Just
I don't think the Raccoons are.
I wanted to know.
I think I mean, look, this is going to be a terrible game.
Mm-hmm.
I think we both suck. But I think it's going to come down to Lamar on Tuesday night. Can Lamar beat his old team on Tuesday night and eliminate me from the playoffs?
You know, there was an 80s cartoon called The Raccoons.
No.
And the main hero was this guy wearing like almost like Whalers like sweatshirt.
Really?
And he was a raccoon. And the bad guy was an evil guy that looks like Harbakin with the glasses and a cigar in his mouth.
Is this a real thing?
Yeah, look it up. It's called The Raccoons. Look up 80s cartoons, The Raccoons, and the evil guy looks like Dave right now with the glasses and a cigar in his mouth.
Okay.
And the hero is the Whalers in his Whalers-like sweatshirt.
No, this is me.
Look at that. Wait. Hold the back.
I can't even wait. Let's no.
Right there. That's Dave.
Wait, what?
That's Dave right there. That's you. To the right.
This one? Yeah.
That's you.
That's me. And which one's the Whalers?
That's him in the middle with the B.
With the B.
That's him right there. The Robin Hood of the league, and Harbakin's the evil pink guy with the cigar.
I mean, this is clearly me.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. You should make that your logo.
I think next
Come on,
year.
join my league. Manny, why don't you be commissioner?
The Raccoons, and it has to be named that.
There's your logo for next year.
Nope.
All right. Well, look at these interesting facts we learned. All right. So, yeah, it comes down to that. I think it comes down to Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Who were you picking?
Oof.
Obviously, I'm picking Wakanda in this game.
Make everything interesting.
Come on, Wakanda, get your act together. I'm not liking this projection.
Who are you picking?
What?
The question becomes, after you pick Wakanda to win, because you need him to win, then who are you picking? Because if you're picking Dave, then all the other team, you're picking against yourself.
Right. I mean, I think he has more star power and more kind of upside potential to go, have those 30, 40-point games with Henry, Diggs, and hopefully Lamar. But, Aaron Jones against Philly will have a good game. Higgins has been performing well. Roethlisberger against Washington. Roethlisberger is still due for that 50.5 touchdown game, which he hasn't had yet. So I'm a little bit worried about that. He usually has like one of those a season unless he gets concussed. So, it's going to be interesting. We'll see. But I'm slightly going with Dr. Hockey.
I mean, look, hockey should win this. However, I mean, this is not going to be decided till really late, by the way, though, because, I mean, so hockey at this point. So he has Henry going on Sunday, Montgomery going on Sunday, Burton.
What if the NFL pulls some shenanigans and moves that game to next week?
Yeah, who knows? So I mean,
You need those points to decide the winner.
I know, like Roethlisberger goes Monday, Beasley and Diggs go Monday, McKissick goes Monday, and Lamar potentially goes Tuesday, which also brings up an interesting point. Like he, if he doesn't go, like, does hockey sit on him the whole time? Like, I mean,
Wow. That is very interesting.
Because do you wait that out, or do you just
Is that a risk worth taking?
Yeah. I mean, and he hasn't been that good.
Can you look at my game and the Whalers game and see if our games will be determined before Tuesday?
So Sunday. So yours is Sunday, 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 Sunday,
Sunday.
The Sunday, 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 Monday for the Pittsburgh defense. For the Whalers, his game is so Monday for Allen, and then Sunday, 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 Tuesday for the kicker, if it comes down to that, and Sunday, and then we don't know what's happening with the quarterback, but Sunday, 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 Monday for Mostert, Monday for Reed, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. So most of these games, other than Tucker, if it comes down to Tucker, then that could come down to Tuesday, but otherwise no.
So I'll focus on my game on Sunday, and then I'll focus on your games on Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah.
Wow. These are some crazy scenarios. The fact that the 10th place team could make it.
I know, is ridiculous.
Crazy. Unbelievable. Wow.
Who has... So RG3 week 12 start ends with a hamstring injury. So who's the Joe Hayden is the third stringer, which I'm sure nobody has.
And nobody's going to get, because I have $131 that says otherwise.
Well, I'm definitely going to bid on him, because I'm not going to let hockey just sit there and then have a reserve quarterback waiting in case. If you want, you're going to make that. I'm going to force hockey to make that decision. Yeah. Hayden, I don't even think that this guy is on a... Hey there, Johnson. I don't even think you could find this guy. Whatever. I'll find him. Yeah, no, it's fascinating what it's going to come down to. Well, don't know what else to say, but good luck to everyone.
Yep.
Yeah, we will find out. So, if I don't, I have not missed a playoff since 1997 in any.
That's what's on the line.
Yeah, the last time I missed it was the famous season 2 of Madden, the I won it all. That was the last time I didn't make a playoff.
$85 you spent on McCaffrey.
90.
Come back. Because he's been horrendous.
He's played 3. He's been great the 3 games that he played, but he hasn't played more than 3 games.
He's had a horrendous season, yeah.
Yeah, and then
that's what's on the line. 4 teams vying for a playoff spot, or Dave Harbacken missing for the playoffs for the first time in 23 years.
How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
43.
What?
I'm 43.
Not you. I know how old you are.
I'm 27.
So 23 years. You were
4 years old.
4 years old the last
Dave
time.
was 4 years old the last time Dave missed the playoffs.
And anything center related. Wow. Okay.
So Dave could just stick it to 4 teams. Or he can miss the playoffs for the first. Each scenario is juicy.
I know.
I think Harbacken comes out fighting. He comes out swinging.
I don't know who to swing with though. It's so terrible. I've looked at like the bench. You see what I have to work with here. It's just awful. And then the worst part is that of course McCaffrey has a bye in week 12. I mean, he's finally ready to come back from his rib or whatever, like whatever the fuck he injured the second time. With his, the man was like the epitome of strength and conditioning, and then I finally get, or whatever, I bid $95 on him, and he becomes Glass Joe. He's turned into the guy from Unbreakable. Unbelievable.
Yep.
But I get if I could squeak out the win this week, I get him back next week, and I can play with him and try to make a playoff run with this shit team. It's the most ridiculous scenario. Although, frankly, I mean, given everything else that's going on, you could have somebody who was in 10th place going into week 13 making a legit playoff run this year. That's how crazy this is. Because not only because they make the playoffs, but Nick is pretty weak with his 2 terrible running backs right now. And you might play him, whoever makes it might play Nick in the first round of the playoffs. Then you play some hobbled other teams too.
Gronky Kong team, and then you play Eugene without Fuller, with 5-point Miles Sanders, and
I mean, I've never seen a scenario where going into week 13, the 10th place team has a legit shot of making of winning it all.
Yeah.
Just making the playoffs, and you got a great chance to win it all.
I know. Anybody. I mean, like any of those. I'm gonna before we go, I'm gonna reopen this screen just for a second. I mean, is there looking at this? Is there any team out of Dave's Secret Crush, Gronky Kong, Zamunda, the Lightning Rods, the Blues, the 1603ers, Wakanda, Tillett, Hackstown's Finest, or the Whalers that you're like, no, I could never. That's the clear runaway favorite.
And the team with Dalvin Cook and Mahomes is sitting at home on the couch.
Anti
a run.
The stat correction. I mean, look at what the stat correction. I mean, because frankly, you don't get the stat correction.
I'm in it. I would have played this totally differently.
Yeah. I mean, that would have been the most. I mean, you're already your first one was as ridiculous as you get. Now you could have had an even more ridiculous one. I mean, frankly, I mean, if you want to go for the, I mean, maybe this is the Whalers' year. The man has been in half the championships games. He's never been able to get over the. I mean, is this the way that he exercises the curse to get there, or does it end up? Well,
the teams with Dalvin Cook, Patrick Mahomes, and Tyreek Hill will all be home.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And hopefully Lamar. Yeah.
And hopefully for your sake, DK Metcalf.
Or the reverse scenario is that this could just be the easiest walk to a second championship for Eugene in league history. Or the new guy who makes one appearance that your burner team just comes in and just beats the entire league in his first season. Which
easily. He's had no COVID issues at all, right?
Yeah.
Well, Thielen last week.
Yeah, it's for. I mean, like,
that's a minor inconvenience.
or Nick could win his first championship, or the Blues, or the Lightning Rod. I mean, there's so many scenarios. There's so many interesting things that could happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. All right, now I can stop sharing it. All right. So, I mean, I guess we'll see you next week for the playoffs, but yeah, exciting. I guess until next week. But you got to do your lock of the week and your upset of the week. I didn't even look at the other games. I don't even care.
I don't care.
Yeah, whatever. Let's skip that.
Yeah, we'll skip that. Next week we'll see you for the playoffs. All right. Until next week.
All right.
Good luck this
See you.
week.
Good luck, guys.
Yep.
Bye.
Peace out.